Hey, welcome to the Rodeo Time Podcast. I've got my good friend, Mr. Zane Herrin, in the house who works at the 4 Sixes. He is a top hand cowboy that I've known for a few years with an incredible story that you're going to get to listen to. But please first go check out 46steak.com for the best quality beef that you can have delivered to your door. 6666steak.com. You can use code DALE on orders above $50 for, I think it's free shipping, but good quality steak I order again and again right to my front door. Enjoy this story with Zane that we recorded in a 4 Sixes edition Airstream. Isn't that crazy? So if you like an Airstream, look out for the 4 Sixes collaboration version. And my American hat also is my new 100X. I just put it on. Love you guys. Let's hear from Zane.
Are you okay?
I'm good. I'm comfortable. Are you?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Of course you are. Because we're in the 4 Sixes Airstream collaboration camper. It is, we're pretty excited to be here.
Are these the Airstream sessions?
This is, we haven't named it. I'll kick around the Airstream session. Is that what you want to name it?
I mean, it sounds, or it could be named after me.
We'll probably go with something different then.
I agree.
Yeah. But Airstream, 95 years in 2026 is what I hear.
Oh, really?
Which is young compared to the 4 Sixes. 1870, 1931, 1870. Airstream's like the little brother to the ranch. So I'm excited that they're giving me this camper, though.
Is it yours?
I hope so,
Can
because
I borrow it?
Donnie used the bathroom, and it's not hooked up to anything. So, yeah. They're not going to be excited if they want this trailer back.
Good luck with that. Sorry, Donnie.
Welcome to Guthrie.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you were at Dixon Creek under Dusty Burson's employ, and then he moved here, and he called several people that turned the job down, and then you did accept the position of manager of Dixon Creek. So congratulations.
Thank you, Dale.
Yeah.
Yeah. The greeter at Walmart told me it just didn't pay enough for him. So
right. Yeah.
He's going to stay there.
Yeah. I think you were like the 5th choice, maybe. That's top 5.
Really?
It's not
I
bad.
thought I was the 8th.
That's exciting though. Yeah. That's big.
Yeah. It's a privilege. It's kind of I told Dusty I got to join what I feel like is an elite brotherhood, even though I haven't met anybody besides Dusty and Bubba Smith. But I guess Joe did too. But you hear stories about all the guys that used to run that deal. It's like, I don't really know why I'm one of them now, which I'm not. I just have the same job.
It's such a cool ranch.
I think that's the best ranch in the state of Texas as far as the cow ranch.
Yeah.
I mean, cows are yearlings, but beef production, that is, and I've talked to guys that sell ranches, and they agree that might be the most productive ranch in the state of Texas.
Yeah.
And I see it. It takes care of you.
Yeah. It's, I was telling Gene what I love about it is, you can always see your next man.
Yeah. Unless he's hiding from you.
Unless you're in big breaks or unless he's hiding from you. But I've gotten lost the least there.
Yeah.
Of the 2 locations. I've still gotten lost, but just not as many times as I have here.
That's understandable.
In Guthrie. Yeah. Yeah, it's a fun, and you've got such a good crew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, that's another cool thing that Dusty did leave behind is just like an awesome crew.
Yep.
So,
and he was, he set up the culture there.
mm-hmm.
I mean, it's unique. I think it's a sure enough cowboy crew that hustles but has fun and gets to do both, and everybody's there for the next man.
Mm-hmm.
That's just kind of something bigger than yourself. You're not going to let your other man starve or bleed or be in a bind, and I hope that continues too. I feel like the new guys there they're gonna embody that, and it's gonna be good.
Yeah, so you got to hire 2 new hands
Yes, sir.
because Dusty stole Gene from you.
I'll never forgive him for that.
He did. He was the one that hired him. So maybe there was
for Gene.
Maybe there was a little bit of grace because he was Dusty's hire in the first place, or no.
Oh yeah, and I mean just because I love Gene to death, and I mean we saw it coming from a mile away.
Yeah,
he's been craving some trees, and he's I don't know. You might need to edit this out, but he's too good of a cowboy to live at Dixon Creek. Mm. He is a good cowboy, and he needs to be here where you got brush and more topography and all that.
Yeah.
He's an asset to any ranch.
Right. I agree.
Especially for how young he is still too.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel what do you feel in your past, as you know, we've talked about your a little bit of your story whenever, you know, you and I got to visit this spring with it was me, you, and Zach Peters, and you got to tell a whole lot about your story. And so if anybody's interested, there's more to his story there. But what about your story prepared you most for the role you're in now?
That's a good question. I think you got to separate it into like the different aspects of my role, I guess. Mm-hmm. So the management, I think the King Ranch Institute gave me a great toolbox where I could use those tools for the management part of my job. Mm-hmm. The time at East Foundation, starting as the newest guy, the lowest man on the totem pole, and having to work my way up that ladder, I think is going to allow me to put myself in a lot of people's shoes and to understand what it's like to be the new guy, what it's like to try to fit in, being an outsider, and understanding, you know, young men and all that. But really, if you think about it, I had to have been at Dixon Creek before in order to fully be able to do my job, because you can't just step in as an outsider, I think, at a ranch like the 4-6s and lead the men, run the works, manage the crew, and be able for them to respect you, I think. Especially in the cowboy culture, right? Like, cowboys need to know you can do what you're asking them to do, especially if you're going to be in like a hands-on management role, where you're essentially, you know, Dixon Creek, you're the manager and the wagon boss. And if I just showed up from South Texas straight into that job, I don't think the crew would respect me. They would question everything, and I wouldn't understand how and why they did the things that they did there at Dixon Creek. And so, long story short, being at Dixon Creek, I think, was the key factor that allowed me to be able to get this job. Because, as Dusty would always say, you have to be able to lead the men. As other people say, you have to be able to demand the respect of the cowboys. But the King Ranch Institute gave me the tools to do the management job. That way people could take me seriously for a leadership role, whether it's budgeting, projecting cash flows, financial analysis, understanding that there's a reason you need to do certain things a certain way from a management standpoint and a financial standpoint. And then just starting in the industry and working my way up, you gotta have some time in the game. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, and then at some point, real soon, you're going to learn how to rope.
I don't know, man. I'm 32, and if I haven't figured it out by now, I might not ever figure it out.
But, no, speaking of the timing in your life,
you do have one on the way.
We do.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Dale. Yeah.
Yes, I've been a big advocate for Zane, Herrin having children because I think we got to have more people like you out there. Yeah, I'm excited for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Boy, girl?
Girl.
Girl.
Yeah.
I bet you're a good girl dad.
I'm thinking I might be a better girl dad than I would be a boy dad. Maybe.
Hopefully she has more hair than you.
I hope so. But on Sarah's family, there's been several kids, like her sister's kids and then her brother's kid. They're relatively hairless for a while.
Mm.
So there's no, I worry a little bit.
Okay. Well, I know a good wig guy. I got a wig guy.
Do you?
If you get in a bind,
will you donate some of yours?
I will.
What about for me personally?
I just had a little bit of a trim. So it's actually, I've got shorter hair now than I have in a while. But
really?
Yeah, dude, it was long. It was like down to my shoulder blades in the back. Yeah, we took the shears to it. So this is a short haircut for me. But
yeah, me too.
Yeah. So what are y'all doing this week here?
We are starting Guthrie's fall work, so we're gonna wean some calves and pregnancy test some cows this week.
Y'all just finished your fall works?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
How did that go?
Really good. And I'm not saying that just because it was my first one, but like it went smooth. The dates that I gave everybody, for the calendar schedule, we stuck to plan. We got everything done the day we thought we were going to get it done. We had a little bit of weather, but not bad. No big hiccups. Cows bred up good. We were a little worried at first, but they did good. And then calves, they were maybe a hair lighter, but we had so much rain through the summer, the panhandle didn't really have any time to cure out, and so it stayed kind of washy all summer. But hopefully we'll have some good health. The calves, they're just on grass right now. They're going to go to wheat here in maybe 14, 15 days and start gaining like rock stars.
Did y'all dang, what was I was about to ask? I got to thinking of y'all also have pivots up there, so you're going to put them on your own week?
Yep.
Yeah.
And we had some struggles getting that in this year. Breakdowns and rainouts, not being able to get it in. Had to contract out some help for Rusty. Rusty's a one-man crew doing everything else for the ranch too. Ended up getting a guy to come help finish up. And then we got army worms. Sprayed for them. And now we got some rust in there because it's been relatively warm up there and still wet. And so that mold or fungus or whatever that rust is spreading. But we got that sprayed and treated and should freeze this week, slow that down, and then we'll be ready to put some calves on it. And once the calves are out on it, that rust won't be an issue. And army worms won't be an issue after a freeze either.
That's what I was going to ask is, did y'all get some of this last rain this weekend? Did it go up there?
Not really.
No,
but I guess maybe Monday last week. I don't remember. It rained while we were pregging big breaks. That might have been 2 weeks ago.
Mm.
Yeah, we did big breaks the very first day, and that was 2 weeks ago. So,
did you take them to that new pen?
No, we took them to Shelton.
Oh yeah,
because of the loadout and everything.
Yeah, because you had to wean.
But we strung out on the highway this time and kicked them east instead of stringing out on the north side and kicking them south.
How did that work?
Felt really good. I think it went smooth. We were able to. I think we were kicking them in the pens at 9:45, 10 o'clock.
Does that get lost?
Just for a little while.
Just for a little bit, but we found him. He's so tall.
Zach Peters or Zach Herrin?
Yeah. Oh, your brother got to come.
Yeah, he came that first week.
That's awesome.
No, that was a big help too.
Yeah. It's good having a brother that can punch cows because you can tell him the big days, hey, you got to come now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Also, I'm not going to pay you.
Yeah. No, we'll pay him. He helped out a bunch, and it was cool, him being there for my first works at Dixon Creek too.
Oh, yeah, that would be neat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Weston and Ricky and Cutter.
Cutter didn't come.
What's the deal, Cutter?
You know, he had some stuff. I think he lost a really close friend this summer who was, I don't know if he ran a ranch, but he had the care on a bunch of cattle for an older man. And Cutter promised to fill that guy's shoes and help this older man out, and he just was way too tied up to be able to make it.
The old "I made a promise to a friend" trick.
Yeah,
I've heard it a million times.
but I'll keep asking him. He might not be as free as he used to be, but no, we had Ricky, Weston, Max came, Gus Smith. My brother came the first week. Mark Mitchell had Ben Alden, who works for him, and then one of his grandsons came each week. Hagen, he came and helped too, both weeks.
Oh, good. Hagen was there the whole time?
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yeah, that was really handy to
It's
have
like
him.
3 men.
I know.
Yeah.
We did it. The second week, I think we had 15 guys. The first week we had 16, so not the biggest crew we've ever had, but it's just right.
And Dusty's mom cooked.
She cooked. Dang. That woman is special.
Yeah.
Not just for the kitchen,
Not just
but
because of the buttermilk pie.
She did make that like every other day.
Golly.
But the Spirit of the Lord lives in her.
Yeah.
And I mean, works through her. And she has some spiritual gifts about, I don't even know what you'd call it, but she can read people and
discernment.
Man alive. She is a blessing to us.
Yeah.
And I love her dearly. And I hope that many, many people can get to know her and see that in her.
Yeah. No, she's a good one. She's a good one.
How did Dusty?
How her sons? I have no idea. How those 3 boys? Golly, feral.
Dang it, Brian.
Yeah.
It's all his fault.
Brian, well, anyways. Yeah, great family.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna. Brian and my dad ran around a little bit at college. Really more Brian and my uncle, but
really,
Brian is like shot for shot exactly the way my dad looked.
Really?
Yeah. Like after I saw Brian after my dad died, and I lost it. Like, and it had been like a couple of years since my dad had died, and I just lost it because it was like I was talking to my old man.
Oh,
like,
wow.
The mustache, the glasses,
the white shirt,
or the chambray, you know. And anyway, whatever. Long story short, but yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, that's exciting that you got all that done. It was a good works, and you're going into got that your first one under your belt. Now you're just coming down here to help Guthrie and hang out.
I told Dusty, I said I better not have to get off my horse all week.
Yeah,
all I'm doing is punching cows up. But not really, I'm sure.
You're just going to put you in the back. That's a super puncher status.
Yeah. Man, that's what was funny about East Foundation. So when I first started there, you know, I was like the low man on the totem pole. And like the Spanish speaking only would tell me what to do. And so I'll just like get in where I fit in. And like we talked about, we worked cattle different. And so while we were sorting or pregging or whatever, like I was afoot. I'd help hot shot him up, or I'd be the one leaning over and giving a injectable wormer or something. And I'd see Miguel and Fritz in the back and think, man, just I want to be back there so I can work my horse and get to be the guy that just let my feet hang down all day. And then finally Miguel started getting old enough where he would like get off and help on the catwalk or like work the gates or something. And I had like a year of being the guy to punch him up. I'm like, oh, this is so good. And then I got promoted. Didn't get to do that anymore. I had to be back on the chute, making decisions. Dang it.
Yeah.
Kind of fast forwarded through the good part.
And now the same thing happened at Dixon Creek.
But these last 3.5 years, like I needed that so bad. And that's what's probably funny about.
You mean me being back on a hot shot?
No. And we talked about Gilly a little bit, Riojas, who was like my mentor, that he passed away almost a year ago. He's the guy who hired me at East, who developed me, pushed me to go to the King Ranch Institute, pushed me to be more than, no offense, just a cowboy, just a camper.
Right.
And man, when we were trying to decide, should we leave East Foundation as the director of cattle operations to come be a cowboy at Dixon Creek, like, that's a huge pay cut. I mean, like, took me 4 years. It would have taken me 4 years at Dixon Creek to make what I made in 1 year at the job I left.
Dang.
And I had to justify it in my mind some way, and so I'm calling Gilly to get validation, and you know, talking to Dusty, you know, like, well, like, what are the odds of promotion eventually? And like, I got to justify it. I already know I'm doing it, but I have to be able to tell other professionals why I'm doing it. He's like, dude, don't worry about it. Like, even if you just go to scratch the itch, do it. Because I feel like at East, I kind of moved up so fast that I got to miss out on the whole reason you want to get in the industry anyways, to get to be the cowboy that's here down. I mean, you're paying attention, looking for the next thing to do, but like, you're not making the tough calls. And I think that was a blessing, because I did get to come to the arguably the best ranch in the world to scratch that itch. And I was around, I didn't know it at the time when I made the decision, but like, I got to be around the best guys, like, that made me want to be better.
Yeah.
And it was such a blessing, because, and you know, we talk about, you asked like what led me to be able to get my job now, right? Your first question. I probably shouldn't. I was struggling if I should talk about it or not, but I'll be honest with you. When I came back to East after the King Ranch Institute, I'd only been there 6 months. And long term, I wanted to be working for one of these historic cowpuncher outfits. Like, I didn't want to be south of I-10 for that long. And that was when the rumor mill started popping up that TJ Roberts was leaving Tongue River. I'm like, dude, I have a bachelor's in wildlife management. I have a master's in ranch management. I'm super passionate about training horses, team roping, rodeos, punching cows. I'm like, that is like the perfect job for me. Like, me and Sarah both fully believe like I was put on this earth for that job. And so even like Wesley Welch called me. I think Brooks called me. He's like, you need to just know about this. Put in for it. I'm like, yeah, I'm in. Like, where do I send my resume? And I did. And to people, I didn't know anybody really in the circle at the time, right? Didn't grow up there, but I was a South Texas kid still, because I spent 8 years or whatever down there. And I didn't get the job. And I was fully convinced, like, this is going to happen. And, you know, Beth Smith, Gus's mom, who works there, called me. She said, you know, Millard really liked your resume. He's really impressed by it, but Bubba Smith's going to come back. You know, as soon as he left, we really, you know, we wanted him to eventually make his way back to the ranch anyways and all that. But like, me not getting that job broke me like bad. And it put me in a pretty dark place mentally, I think, or professionally for sure. But I mean, yeah, it affected me mentally too. But I think that's what gave me the realization that you're not going to be hired in to run one of these ranches.
Even though it was somebody like Bubba who had been there before, you know, like it's not like she called and said, you're not good enough.
Right. But I also didn't get an interview because I knew in my soul, if they gave me an hour to meet, they were going to hire me. Because I feel like, you know, on the ranch, you don't have to be as professional or whatever, but like, I feel like because of the Institute and Gilly and Gilly's friends and a lot of what I did at East, I'm just as confident in a boardroom as I am in the working pens. And I feel like that's pretty rare. There's guys that are pretty dang handy in a boardroom, but might get in the way a little bit in the working pens, or guys that are sure enough top hands, that
Yeah,
aren't as good with the numbers or something.
for sure.
And I was like, man, if this one of these guys gives me a chance, it's going to be a no-brainer. And I didn't even get the chance. And that's where Sarah and I are like, dang, like if it really is our goal to work at one of these, I think we have to work in one first before we can run one. And we were torn about that for a long time, and eventually I think that's just what allowed us to get the push when you know, Park Greason was really wanting me to get plugged into one of these ranches, and him and Dusty are buddies, and I'd met Zach while he was down at King Ranch, and he ended up being at Dixon Creek, and they had a deal come open, and they took a gamble on me, because why would a guy who has that good of a job come just be a cowboy if he's any good, you know? And I proved to them why, because I'm not any good, but they trained me, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I got my foot in the door, and after I got there, I was just like, I don't care if I ever run this ranch. I'm happy doing what I'm doing until I'm not, and it's just the way it worked out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I had to go back and add that to.
For sure. No, that's a huge part of your story, because it, you know, I got to work around you up there for a time, and it's neat to know now how passionate you were about one day potentially running a place.
Mm-hmm.
But you were, man, these flies are killing us right now. We left that door open whenever anyway, like you were a really good camper, and you were a go-to guy for Dusty, it seemed like, and you were always humble in your spot. I guess that's where I was going with that, is that, you know, this is the first I'm learning of that being part of your ultimate goal.
Yeah.
Watching you for those years, I wouldn't have thought that. Like, no, I'm not saying you were complacent or you didn't want to grow, but you weren't strutting your stuff like, I'm going to run this place one day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there was a humility that came along with your work ethic that, when I heard you got the job, it was a no-brainer to me as well. But it's neat to know that, like, that was something you were aspiring for. It's neat to know that, having watched you be just a good cowboy, a good employee, a good camper, a good fellow employee, you know, the way you worked with other men. So that's neat.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, to be honest, when we took the job, like, if I was talking to Gilly or somebody higher up, it was like, no, yeah, like I had to get my foot in the door, this or that. But really, I died to that. It wasn't a goal, but it was, if it happens, great. If not, no big deal. And I was just going to get in where I fit in and put all, you know, I wasn't having to put my energy towards a spreadsheet. And so I think I directed that energy toward my 2-year-olds and my fences, and it was working with my hands, not my mind. And yeah, I mean, mentally, I'm wired to think and analyze. I mean, really, like, I'm, you know, like a Money Walsh with Tom Selleck. Robert's a great one for the numbers. Like, I like numbers.
Yeah.
And that was difficult, but that stayed at home. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't let that affect what I was doing. And if this wouldn't have ever happened, it would not have affected me, like not even getting the call back for Tongue River did, if that makes
Gotcha.
sense.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, I was dead to that deal, and I was just going to do what I was there to do until I felt led to not do it anymore.
Well, now you got boots on the ground. You know, when you just blindly sent in a resume and then got a phone call, there was no way. But if you'd have been at Tongue River and you just saw the culture, you saw the room when Bubba walked into it, and you realized, like, you would have just known.
Oh, yeah.
It wouldn't have hurt your feelings quite as much. Same thing at Dixon Creek, you know. Yeah, I can just imagine that your mindset is different.
Yeah.
And anyhow, no, that's awesome, and it's neat to see that talking to Gene, it was the same thing. Like he was aspiring for this position, like this is something he's always wanted to do.
Yeah.
And being here at Guthrie and being a cowpuncher is what he's always wanted to do. But he has taken it to another level because of how passionate he is about being a cowboy. And one thing I was talking to him about is that I get a lot of people that ask me about getting started ranching, getting started cowboying, if I know of any ranch positions, if I'm hiring. And I was telling him that, I feel like even a lot of the people that come to work for me with my light to moderate ranching around Radiator Ranch, they weren't prepared for that. And so they really don't know what they're asking for when it comes to like something here, having a ranch job. I mean, a camp job.
Yeah.
And 10x that, they really wouldn't know what they were asking for if it came down to running a place.
Oh man.
So, and that's where I see where you're coming from. Like a guy that can get the cows in the pen and then also be crunching the numbers on his way in. And I think that is a special individual. I think it's a special individual that can get the cows in the pen.
Oh yeah.
And that can be okay with the isolation of North Camp. Or even where you were down in South Texas.
Yeah.
Not to mention his bride and how she's got to be okay with it as well.
Oh yeah.
Even more isolated than he is because he's around a crew part of the day, part of the year. But anyway, that takes a special individual, and then somebody that has the passion behind learning all the numbers. I don't know. I think that, and in that person's defense, how could they know? They're just, but it's neat when you run into somebody like Gene or yourself that you are passionate about it, and then you pursue it, and then you accomplish the goal. That's neat. It's fun to watch. Yeah. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Especially now that you're got a little one on the way and she gets to be a part of that.
Yeah.
You got a name picked out?
We do. Yeah. My main goal with the name, whether before we knew if it was a boy or a girl, was I wanted my mom's middle name to be part of it. And her middle name is D-E-E. And I thought it would be neat if we could keep it another family name, but it didn't necessarily have to be. And Sarah is gracious and allowed me to have a big influence on the name. But she may have done that because her brother and sister already have kids, and like they're getting to use family names for her side too. But my great-great-grandfather, I was almost named after him. And they decided to go with Zane instead, but it's a name that could be used for both boy or girl. And
Dale. His name was Dale.
How did you know that?
Exactly.
How many girls named Dale do you know?
I don't know. I know the song Vidalia. Be a good way to name your daughter after me.
Dale, yeah. You didn't think that far through it, did you?
Yeah, I didn't, but I like it.
You're welcome. That could be a T-shirt opportunity.
So what was your granddad's name?
Aubrey.
Oh, that's cool.
Aubrey D.
Yeah. Aubrey D. That's neat.
Yeah, I mean her middle name will be D, but yeah, Aubrey D.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool. Labor Day weekend, we were at my dad's. We go down there for a team rope, and we put on for a memorial deal for a good friend of mine and my brother's. But we were staying at my dad's, and that's when we broke the news to my mom and then my dad. And I told him what we were gonna name her, and he goes to his gun safe and gets out this old. It's a 32 SL old Winchester, and I wish I had the model memorized, but I don't. But it's their first semi-automatic they built, and it's the first gun that me and my brother killed our first deer with. I think I was 6 years old. It's iron sights, and it's old, and in the rear stock, more like where your grip is, it has a big hole rubbed in it from the gear shift of my great granddad Aubrey's Model T. And he gave me that gun when we told him what we were gonna.
Oh dang, that's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, suck it, Zach. Yeah, you don't get it.
he got plenty of them though. I'm like,
yeah.
but
Cool. Good
yeah,
for you.
Yeah,
Good for Aubrey.
pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Sarah's a champ too. She's doing good. She's finally starting to show a little bit. I mean, came 2 weeks ago. It's like, wow, we can tell now.
Yeah. That's awesome.
It was funny. We saw True at the rodeo Friday night, and he had just found out. And we're like, oh, yeah, we're expecting. And he looks at Sarah, and he, pats her belly. He goes, oh, yeah, I see it now. I was like, dude, I'm just kidding. He goes, oh.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
It was probably uncomfortable for him.
That is funny.
But,
well, did we miss any big stories last time?
oh, re-ride stories?
Yeah. Did you think of any later? Like, oh, I should have told this one.
I don't remember. Did we talk about the brothers at East? Timo and Miguel.
Yes, sir.
So they're, how long they've been there and stuff. Timo technically saved my life once.
Mm.
I hadn't been there very long, and my mount sucked. And I was riding the oldest horse that they gave to me, but he was very green. And Timo had a bunch of bulls trapped, but they were ranch raised bulls. So, but really, they were developing bulls. So they were probably 2-year-olds. I think we were getting up to trick test them to turn out or something. And so really, they weren't mavericks, but we gathered them to wean them, put a brand on them, and then kicked them back out. So they're not gentlemen. Mm-hmm. And we went to go get them out of a water lot, and some of them went, some of them wanted to fight, and one of them got on the fight pretty bad. So we got him all pinned, came back to just catch him. And there's just a handful of us there, and he's just on the hook, sitting there shaking, trying to figure out which one he's going to come after. And I'm on this 4-year-old, and I'm like, I'm the young kid. I got to prove it, instead of just probably sitting back and watching and learning, And that bull comes straight to me, and I go to wheel my horse around, and he just locks up. And so I turn him one more time and harpoon him. And right when I kick him, that bull hits this horse in the butt and snaps my neck back. And next thing I know, I'm looking at the sky, and the horse isn't there. And now I'm looking forward, and I'm rolling over the front of the horse and hit the ground. And that horse goes bucking off, and that bull's just camped out on top of me. But that fast.
Muley?
No, he's horned.
Ooh.
And
Sharp,
but they kind of went straight out. And so as he's trying to hook me, he hit me pretty hard. So I hit the ground and I crawl a little bit, and right when I try to get up, I get whop, hit in the back. And he's camping out. And the next thing I know, he's just gone. And I don't know what happened, but I just get up and take off running to the fence. And all I hear is Timo yelling, Las espinas, which he's saying the spines. So they had just cleared that trap. And so there's little mesquite trees laying everywhere and cactus. I'm like, why is he saying that? Because he knocked my dang boots off. And I'm barefoot running across this deal. And I look at Timo, why is he saying that? And he already had that bull caught and on the end of his rope. And he ain't even looking at this bull. He's looking at me, worried about me stepping on a dang mesquite thorn.
Dang.
But I mean, that.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
That is cool. That's
one of my favorite Timo stories. And then another time, Zach was here for this one, where I think Timo's life was technically spared. It's right when we started picking up bulls to set up defined breeding seasons. And so that summer, Timo was just, if he saw a bull, he would trap them, even if they were with cows. And Zach was there that weekend, and we went to go get this bull out. And it turns out he was a ranch raised bull, and he wasn't bad, but he wasn't doing what we wanted to, so we had to catch him. And we get him out of this one brushy trap and into another one, tried to load him, didn't work. So he goes to the fence, tries to jump out, cuts back, and Timo shakes out a loop and just laces it on him. And he gets it tight, and all these guys tied on at the end of a 40-foot rope. They get him caught and then let him get away. And then they could, rimfire a tree on purpose, just to keep him off of them. And He roped him, and right when he got to where that last coil was in his hand to let that bull get away from him, his horse stepped in a hole, and he's tied to the peg, and this is like 2,000-pound bull. And this horse steps in a hole and falls, but luckily she fell forward. And Timo's 70 years old at the time. And they had these, the double J saddles with the metal horn. So that's what the ranch outfitted these guys with. And Timo packed a ton of rubber on it to where there wasn't a horn cap. It was just a post.
Oh. And
when that horse fell, that rope came tight as the perfect time, and he didn't have his horn knot like cranked on there. He just had set it on there real quick and roped him. So that horse fell and pointed that saddle horn straight to that bull as it was coming tight, and it just came right off.
Oh, wow.
And so his horse hit the ground, didn't get jerked over, like didn't pull him, like there's a rope on the bull, but it wasn't hooked up to Timo's horse.
Yeah, thank God.
And so like I hooked it on him real quick, and Timo got back up and he was fine. But like, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that is.
But I ended up giving him a horse that I made there. Her name was Esther. Miguel named her Esther. And I don't know the song, but I'd always catch me like, ay Esther, no te agache tanto que se pueden ver. And I don't even know what it means, but his little song he'd always sing. But she got to be a pretty good, sure enough, just catch something horse. And Timo's got old. That one that fell with him got old, and I just gave her to him because she was young. And I was about to go to the King Ranch Institute, I think. Maybe I came back, I don't remember. But I gave Timo the horse, and he was using her one day, and we were trying to get some steers gathered in some really tall buffalo grass, and he lined out between two mesquite trees to cut them off, and all I hear is this big crash commotion, and there was some old net wire rolled up with grass grown in it, and you couldn't tell, and she got caught up in that and fell with him and broke her neck right there.
Dang.
Died right there. And that's pretty sad, but
yeah,
got to see some crazy stuff down there.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
South Texas, it gets pretty hairy, pretty western.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a lot of Mavericks in Dixon Creek.
No.
Yeah.
No. And I mean, that's what's funny about, we say caught a Maverick today, and it'll be a calf that you just missed this spring.
Right.
It's like, I guess technically it's a Maverick, but
yeah,
not a Maverick like Derek Begay knows.
Right.
Like Dale Brisby knows.
Yeah. I mean, hey.
Out there at West Camp.
I learned that one on the res.
On the res.
Well, you got any life advice for us?
I don't know. I gave some last time.
Yeah. Say it again.
I mean, I think I said die to yourself every day. Give me a second. Let me look this one up that I want to share.
Well,
can I do that?
Yeah, for sure. You can look it up. Well, I just want to say thank you to Airstream for this lovely trailer. Hope you don't want it back. Donnie has really done a number on, and by number, I mean number 2 on the bathroom. But no, for real, Airstream and 4.6's collab. So look for yourself this awesome collab. I like this sink, copper lined sink. Somebody really
hammered copper.
Got the Cowboys there. But the look is the same. You got the same classic Airstream look that you've had since 1931. In 2026, that will be celebrating 95 years. Can you believe that?
It's a long time.
Zane Herrin. And as their big brother, the 4.6s applauds someone who's almost made it 100 years because they've made it about 155. So
trying to exist in perpetuity.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, doing a great job with maintaining the brand's integrity. Not only the 4.6s, but also Airstream. And with that, we're going to wrap this up with some life advice from Zane Herrin.
Okay. I'm going to share it. That way these aren't my own words. They're the words of Paul.
Okay.
And I don't know why I never noticed this verse until about a year ago. But it's in the book of Acts 20, verse 24. And you're going to like this because it's the epitome of humility. It says, "But I do not account my life of any value, nor as precious to myself, if only I may finish my course in the ministry that I received from the Lord Jesus to testify to the gospel of the grace of God." We are on this earth for one purpose alone, and it is not our own. We are created by God for God, to serve Him and serve others. And I like that about Paul's. He so influential, and he did not account his life of any value or of precious to himself.
Yeah, he thought very little of himself.
Just to finish the ministry.
Yeah.
To testify the gospel of the grace of God.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Chapter 20, verse 24.
2024, yes, sir.
Cool.
That's kind of cool how I found that in the year 2024.
Oh, man.
But shame on me for not having that one right there on the tip of my tongue. After I read it,
I did.
I repeated it pretty good.
It is on the tip of my. I mean, shame on you because I got it, baby. I could recite it right now. I'm not going to.
Repiten, por favor.
I'm not going to because I don't want to embarrass you.
Okay.
But
Well,
anyways,
I'm not easily embarrassed, Dale. So go ahead.
Well, we're on to the next one. Thank you, everyone. Love you guys. Thanks for listening, for watching, subscribing. So hit subscribe. Check out 46steak.com for some beef. Use code Dale. And check out rodeotime.com. I love you all. Pow, pow.